Are you overly criticizing yourself? In today's video, we will be discussing how to stop judging yourself and others. And by the end of this video, you will understand the power of self-acceptance. What's up, everyone? My name is Morsi, and if you're new to this channel is all about creating your own reality through your spiritual awakening process. And if you find that the words in this video resonate with you, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Now, first and foremost, when you think about a time when you have this thought in your mind that you feel is not serving you, a thought that is making you feel guilt, shame, and regret, you're just judging yourself, it's important to understand that you are not that thought. And that thought is it's not who you are. This thought is something that has been influenced by you, by the expectations of society. And on a deeper level, this thought is from the collective consciousness, this basically large group of thought energy that was created by the thoughts of all the other human beings on this planet. And so when you are feeling a certain way, you can think of a thought as like a thought bubble. And when you feel something, it resonates with you and it comes into your mind. Now, it's your choice if you want to identify with that thought. It's your choice if you want to believe that thought. But when you believe this thought, it lowers your vibration. It lessens the way you feel about yourself. And this is when you find yourself being overly critical. You find yourself putting yourself in this box of this prison where you can't get out. The expectations and standards you place on yourself are the same expectations you place on others. And so in this video, when I'm speaking about how to stop judging yourself, it's going to be a mirror image of how to stop judging other people. Because the way you think and the way you perceive your world is a mirror image of your internal reality. So if you're not sure about how you are judging yourself, just think about how you judge other people. Think about the standards you place on them, the expectations you place on them. Think about when you get disappointed in others, that's the same standard you hold for yourself. So anytime I speak about you, I'm also speaking about how you're judging others. Since we were born, we were influenced to believe that we should fear our mistakes. That mistakes are our enemies and they are obstacles that get in the way in our journey. But here's the thing about mistakes. They're part of our journey. We're not gonna go through life perfectly. When we go on a path, it's not always going to be smooth. We're going to bump into an obstacle. But believe that this obstacle is meant for your evolution. Because if you went through life and everything was always perfect, what are you going to learn? How are you going to build upon your wisdom? How are you going to evolve? I find that in the moments where I am very deep within my challenges and I find that I'm so attached to my challenges, the moment I detach from my situations, the moment I stop finding my identity in these situations and I have a raised vibration, I see the bigger picture. I feel much closer to my true self. I feel more aligned with my natural vibration. I found that in my past, when I try to be perfect, I realized that it's an insecurity. And once again, trying to be perfect just puts me in this box. Don't make a mistake. You can't make a mistake. Oh my gosh, I have to do everything perfectly. And then I don't allow myself to venture out and try new things and be creative. Like when I create videos sometimes. Before videos, sometimes I freak out and I might even take a really long time to film because in my mind, I'm full of thoughts of self-doubt and worrying that I'm gonna mess up or something. But I realized the reality of this is that if I just let myself flow, if I allow myself to be in this moment, not really worrying about the outcome of a video or the outcome of any future event, That's when I perform my best. That's when I do my best. That's when I speak my best. That's when I'm happiness. That's when I'm happiest. I find myself in a flow state. And I feel that in this process and in this moment, it is where my fulfillment is where my joy is where my peace lies. When you find that you are on your true path, you feel less dissatisfied and you're less likely to criticize yourself because you're naturally just aligned with who you are. You're at a high vibration. So think about what you're doing every day. Think about if you're participating in things that actually and truly make you happy. Because when you do that, you are allowing yourself to just be, therefore taking the pressure off of yourself, therefore criticizing yourself less, and also not comparing yourself to others. Because when you compare yourself to others, you place a standard on yourself. You're trying to find an identity of who you are based on who other people are. But you can't look outside of yourself for the validation you need to understand who you are. The idea is here to be within. And so the more focused you are on looking within, it's the less that you're judging other people and the more that you're just being yourself. When I find that I'm being overly critical of myself, I'm finding that I'm labeling myself. I'm thinking that that is who I am. And this is what I mean by labeling or identifying with an outcome. Because you think that based on the way an outcome came out, that is who you are. So if it was a successful outcome, you think that you are a success. But if the outcome was deemed as a failure to you, you might believe that you are a failure. So this is understanding the difference between permanence and something that's temporary. Our false self, it believes that things are permanent, that they are what they are, and that's the prison of what labels do. That's the boundaries and the borders of what labels create. But when you understand that the idea of things that are temporary, meaning that this was a choice that you made in that moment. It was a reaction that you had in that moment. It's not who you are, and you have the ability to change. You have the ability to change and peel away these limiting beliefs that you once thought were you. And the more you take away these limiting beliefs, the closer you get to yourself and the higher you raise your vibration. Because we might think that raising our vibration is moving from here to here, but really raising your vibration is just letting go of limiting beliefs, letting go of those ideas of who we thought we were, and finally coming to the core of who we are and realizing that, wow, I am an infinite being. Wow, I'm a multi-dimensional, infinite, eternal being, and I'm much greater than this circumstance. I'm much greater than these past moments. I'm much greater than anything I deem to be a failure. Our experiences are neither good nor bad. It's just that we have this tendency to judge them. Everything we go through is really, if we look at it as a neutral event, we're more likely to find a solution. We're more likely to understand the lesson, find the purpose, and find meaning. But the problem is that when we are judging the situation and seeing it as good or bad, we build this victim mentality. We think that life is happening to us. We think that we're being punished. But none of our experiences are meant for punishment. They're meant for evolution. So when it comes to not judging yourself, when it comes to letting go, it's allowing yourself to just be. It's allowing and understanding that there's nothing that you need to prove. There's no image that you need to protect. That as long as you're being you, then you are at a high vibration. You feel the liberation within you, the freeness within you, and you can just be yourself. Take away these chains that you put on yourself in order to fit this a box of what society says is appropriate. Because you'll find that even when you are following and doing what society deems as appropriate or deems as right, you're not, just because you might be fitting in, you aren't feeling your true happiness. You're not feeling joy. You're not feeling peace. You're not aligned with your natural vibration because you're just following the crowd. But understand that your intuition, it's always guiding you in the direction you need. It's always leading you to the experiences that you need to grow. So trust it and look at your situations as neutral. Don't judge yourself as good or bad. And if you find that it's difficult to stop judging yourself, practice this with not judging other people. And you'll find that when you reduce the amount that you judge other people, you judge yourself less. And you give yourself more leeway to just be, to just make mistakes. And don't be afraid of losing. Don't be afraid of getting something wrong, because you're gonna learn from that. You gain from that, and it's all a part of life. The more you're in this present moment, the more time you get. So don't worry about time. Don't worry about having to get somewhere quickly or be somewhere quickly. Just be here. In this moment, you transcend beyond time. In this moment, you're given everything you need. And one last thing is that you might think that the people around you have it all together, because that's what society likes to show, that everything is put together, everything is perfect. But the thing is that we're all just doing the best we can in the moment. We don't know what we're doing. I know in my life, I'm just going with the flow. I go with the flow of what my intuition is telling me, and that's it. I can't predict the future. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm trying to do the best that I absolutely can. And understand that the people around you are doing the best that they can as well. And so when you understand that, you take the pressure off of yourself and you take the pressure off of others. We are not only living in the universe, but the universe is living through all of us. It's getting a chance to experience life through all of us, all of our obstacles, our challenges, our greatest moments, our moments where we feel fulfilled and successful. The universe gets to live life through each and every one of us. And so for me, I find that so beautiful. And that's when I find that I am embracing my lowest moments. I'll embrace my obstacles and my challenges, and I'll also embrace my successes. So give yourself a break. You're doing the absolute best you can. Like down below if you believe and you know you are doing the best you can. My name is Morsi, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to check out these 2 videos right here, because they will help you in understanding how to create your own reality. Until next time, peace.